Stefan Tündke is next to me. He will make the presentation of our DOSI and the connection later. I'm Niels Melcher, Key Account Manager Diagnostics in Europe, responsible for you guys out there. I packed a quite long presentation. We have, meanwhile, 4 or 5 tools which I want to present. I packed the presentation very roughly, so please don't bother with me that it is very short or very short words for each slide, but we only have 5 minutes for the presentation. The main part is Stefan Tündke with the presentation of the DOSI. So starting here with the overview of, on the left side, service tools, in the middle the auto-diagnose scan, on the right side the VCI, which we are going to present today. This is another slide showing the Contisys Check TPMS, the Contisys scan, and the VCI. Just some words for the Contisys scan. The Contisys scan is a fully diagnostic tool as a handheld. For the people reading English, on the lower side is the English text, on the upper side the German. It is translated in the main languages. It is very, very quick startup time. Large backlit graphical display, 1 year software updates inclusive. We have a very own way of putting the updates on our tools and the procedure how to get them to the customers, which I will explain later. It is a full package, a full content with a box. Showing here the application is ECU diagnostics, extensive live data, so monitor lists of each ECU, a snapshot view, so I can make snapshots and put them through the printer. We have component activations, service resets, wide system coverage, and of course of all systems which could be fitted in the car, engine security and comfort systems. So that is a diagnostic tools compared to the service tools which I will present later. The auto-diagnose VCI, which Stefan is going to present later, I say, well, it's not really the truth, but it is comparable software of the Contisys scan, which is fitted to the VCI. Means that we have bright and wide coverage of systems, ECU diagnostics, of course, component activation, job sheets, so we can make a print. But the difference to the Contisys scan is a guided repair, you see on the right side, with VESA. We have technical bulletins through Haynes. We have Contisys data, which is another technical information system. TechDoc-based interface. All these things are not on the Contisys scan. The Contisys scan is a very nice handset tool, and this is auto-diagnose VCI is a PC-based component. A picture of it, how it would be fitted on a Panasonic. Now we get to the Contisys Check, which are service tools. Just service tools means they do EOBD modes, brake system, ABS, mainly reading fault codes, erasing fault codes, air conditionings, airbags, service resets to make a service reset after putting oil in the car, transmission, DSG, ASG. We have a pre-system for the TPMS, the tire pressure monitoring system. You can, with the Contisys Check, you are able to program through the CAN cable. We have reading and erasing fault codes of steering angel sensors, diesel injector coding, and which is new since version 3, you can stop batteries register. So this is a service tool, reading and erasing fault codes, and some coding possibilities. This was the Contisys Check. This now is the Contisys Check TPMS. You see the black module on the upper side of the tool. Same content of the delivery content. All the same functions and applications, but you see it on the right side, below. TPMS, read out TPMS valves. That means you have a black module, the black TPMS module, you have a direct communication with the TPMS sensor, which is very important. You can get the data by infrared. the tire pressure, battery status, and temperature. And it is showing you, is it a VDO sensor, is it a Schrader sensor, or is it a hoof sensor? And it is giving the customer the necessary article numbers, OEM sensor article numbers. So the customer, the workshop, is prepared to order by using the correct numbers. We have a Contisys Update Plus system which is given free to all customers, means that the customer does not need to update. They get with the Contisys scan and the VCI, they get for a certain time schedule, they get free updates of 12 months. Then he can decide by himself whether he wants to renew the update or not. The Contisys check and the check TPMS comes with the actual version, and the customer, it is the decision of the customer whether he wants to use the update service for 12 months. So the last on my slides is the Contisys data, which is the repair information service from ourselves, which is fitted on the VCI next to VESA and Haynes, giving the customer certain informations about technical data, vehicle information. Does have a guided repair as well, how to measure between pin 1 and between pin 7 and so on. Yeah, sorry to go through all slides so quick, but the main part is for Stefan Tundke now. If you have any question, I don't know whether we have the possibility to make it later. Yeah, okay, all right. So thank you very much, and Stefan Tundke now.
Thank you very much. Good morning. My name is Stefan Tundke. I'm the product manager for diagnostic tools in Frankfurt. I will present you the PC-based tool that is called Autodiagnose VCI. You just see the PC user interface on the screen. The hardware is a box that was shown during the presentation a few minutes ago. Here in the office, I have the hardware directly connected to my PC, and we simulate the engine management of a Ford Focus. And I will give you a quick presentation on how the diagnostic, the workshop will prepare the diagnostic and will use our technical data to identify the defect part based on different DTCs that are read out, and we will use this information, we'll forward it to the Haynes technical data, and from there on we can get the defect part, and the information which part is defect will be forwarded to the DOSI interface, and it can be forwarded to the catalog automatically. So this was a rough introduction of the basic process that we will follow here. Then I will start with the diagnostic function here. First of all, here we have our main diagnostic PC screen. On the top of the PC, or on the top of this window you have different tabs, and these tabs are activated when function is behind. So for example, right now we are not connected to any car, so for example we are not able to read any fault codes here. So the first step is, of course, connect the cable to the car and select the car and the model that you have in your workshop, and then start the diagnostic communication. Here we have filled the box where you can just type different model names. I have already selected Ford in our scenario here, and we have Ford Focus. So when I type just 2 letters, I have a very quick filtering of the available models here. I use the mouse to select the necessary model, and now I have the TechDoc-based overview about different variants and engines that are available. Now, for example, I know that I already have the engine code here. Then I can, for example, type the engine code, and you can see that the filter box really allows to quickly strip down the whole list so that you don't spend hours just scrolling down the list to find the correct code. Now I select the car in my list, and I have a list of control modules that are installed in the car. In our simulation here we have an engine management system only. But before I select the control module, I would like you to guide you to the right top corner. Okay. So it seems to be that the video is a little bit disturbed when I move the mouse, so I would like to avoid to move the mouse. In the top right corner you have a button that is called Smart Fix. This button just appeared when I selected the car, and it indicates that that technical data is available for this model that I have chosen. Means I can click on this button to get a list of known problems that the manufacturer already published. Okay, I won't click on this button just to avoid that the video is interrupted here. Okay. Back to our list of modules here. In this scenario, I will click on the engine management unit. Our system is intelligent and will detect the different control modules automatically. And now I have built up diagnostic communication to the control module. Now we can see that on the top menu a lot of different tabs are activated, and we can click on these tabs to start specific functions. So I will quickly go through the tabs to give you a rough overview what is behind. The job sheet is basically a function that will summarize activities and can later be stored and can be printed so that the end customer has a basic overview on what has been done. It's stored on the computer itself, and so it can be copied or it can be selected and stored for later reference, perhaps if the customer will come back in half a year. The next tab will read out fault codes. I will show it later on. This tab will show live data. Actuator test and special functions are also normal diagnostic functions here. I will give you a quick presentation later on. Now it's getting interesting. Here the Visa tab is basically a component provided by Haynes. Perhaps you already know the technical data, but in our scenario we have direct communication, or basically the Visa is directly linked to our diagnostic tools so that we can send information back and forth to provide a more sophisticated user experience here. Here, this one, we also provide the possibility to integrate a picoscope here. I don't have a picoscope here with me right now, so that's why this tab is not activated. Technical data, parts, helps, and setting are quite self-explaining. So in our software, we have this possibility to link different catalogs and online technical data databases, so that the user does not have to go to a different website, but is able to have every data source in one PC component here. Now I start from the beginning. Reading fault codes is one of the basic diagnostic functions. Here we give a list of fault codes that are stored in the engine management unit. On the right side, well, we can reread the fault codes, we can delete it. Oh, sorry. Back. We can read, delete, and store these fault codes in our job sheet. Live data. Okay. For whatever reason, this presentation in this situation does not provide any live data items. I would show it later on. When I last tried it, there were actually some live data items. I will try it again later to show you the actuator test. Will you list different interesting functions, and when you click on one of these items, a PC-based wizard will start and give you hints on what to check and what to look for. Special function is a really guided routine to reset different values, and will give you on the right side a hint on what to look for as well. So this is a really complicated routine where different diagnostic commands are involved. Now I'm going back to the Visa component. So the normal use case would be connect to an engine management system, read out the fault codes. These fault codes are stored in our diagnostic tools and are directly forwarded to the Visa component. The Visa component is an online database, and here it will give me an indication, or it needs some more information from my side. In this scenario, what special engine management system is fitted in the car. Okay, but here you can see that the fault codes that I just read out are forwarded to this online database, and the component will give me a list of different diagnostic tests that I have to perform in order to check which could be the defect component on my car here. My favorite error code is the P0100. Okay, I can. Okay. It seems to be that the online communication is a little bit slow. I click now on the button Show Diagnostic, and the component, the visa component, will list a list of test steps that I have to perform. The first step would be to check the supply voltage. Based on the results, it will give me additional steps or additional tests that I have to perform as well. And based on these hints and on the results of the different test steps here, you can see the multimeter is indicated, and even the pin number is mentioned here in the database, and below I also see the color of the cable that is used in the car here. Okay, now I have a big list of tests that I have to perform, but in the end the guy in the workshop will have a good overview on whether the my component is defect or not, and basically will click on this component. You can see that there is a red rectangle now on this component, and it now can confirm, yeah, this device will be probably defect. And on the right side I have a basket icon here. When I now click on this basket icon, depending on the selected product, I will ask what kind of generic article number I want to forward to the DOSI, whether it's just the EMA sensor or the temperature sensor inside. Now we provide a list of available online catalogs. This list can be stripped down just to DOSI so that we can avoid this different drop-down list for parts. But for presentation reason, we also have our online VDO catalog, our online ATE catalog, and Red Expert is a platform provided by Schaeffler, and as Schaeffler is one of the biggest shareholders now, we have a close relationship with them as well. Okay, in our scenario, I click the DOSI component. Now our software will check whether important information is still missing. Well, for example, the VIN number is absolutely necessary to identify the car. Apart from that, the TechDoc K-type number is quite useful, and the engine code as well. In some cars, of course, you cannot read the VIN number automatically, and so therefore we give you this this additional screen to type in missing information. Okay, here the information is complete, and I can forward this part to the DOSI application interface. Now I get the feedback from the DOSI website that the request was sent successfully and that it's available now in the list of parts on the DOSI.com website. Okay, I will just restart this simulation so that I can show you some live data items. No, not yet. Now I will give the microphone forward to Renz, and he will present what kind of information now is available on the DOSI website.
So everybody, as you just saw, now Stefan from the VDO system sent the data into DOSI. We will open now DOSI, and of course, as soon as your catalogs are linked via the web service to DOSI, you will receive this information directly into your catalog. For the presentation purpose, of course, we will show you now DOSI. Stefan, can you open DOSI there? Yeah. And normally speaking, if you have your workshop with this VDO tester linked via DOSI to your catalog, you will not see DOSI appear in the screen at all. It will just directly be transferred from tester to DOSI. But just now to show you that the information actually reached DOSI. So, normally speaking, you should all be able to see DOSI now. And then in this case, there's a little bit delay. No, it's okay. It's okay. If you look in the history request, even if it's a few seconds ago, we're still talking about history, so there's a large delay on the screen. And there on the top are actually the top two. You see the date of today, the 2nd of April, the 4th focus. And if you take the magnifying glass, this one, you can see the diagnostic information that we sent. So as Stefan said, the VIN number is being transferred. The FACTOG information, the FACTOG K-type in this case, which is mainly used also in your catalogs. The default code is being transferred, and the FACTOG generic number. In this case, since the VDO system integrated VESA module, we are able to transfer new vehicle information like the VIN number, added to that generic information, and for this information we are transferring into your catalog, and by this we will get to the correct car and to the correct part in this case. So here the combination of car and generic article number is of course very important to have this exact match in your catalog. Good. I think, Stefan, this was our part of the presentation for